What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Friday team here today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, JD from Line Movers. JD, how are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. Today is Friday. Apparently, in all of my videos on TikTok and YouTube and everything yesterday, I was saying that yesterday was Wednesday.
Were you really?
So I got a lot of comments talking about how I don't even know what day it is. So blah 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 blah.
Never a dull moment.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Like when you're gone for like a few days, you kind of lose track of time. So.
And when you work in this industry, and every day the only days I know what day of the week it is when is there football on today? Is Thursday? Oh, is it the weekend? Is there football? So I'm with you, bro. The days I had to kind of all blend together. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, today's Friday, and I just have that feeling like today's going to be a big day.
I do too. Big day incoming, and I'm excited to dive into some of the games. JD, you ready to do a little recap on how we did yesterday?
For sure.
Let's get it, brother. JD, we're going to start with you. How'd you do yesterday?
Yesterday was my first losing day in a week. So, I mean, yeah, it was a down day, but I'm not mad. I mean, because we're up big. So, that's I feel like I had a really good call on that. Was the Marlins and the Guardians game over. I thought that total was really low, and we got 6 runs in the first there. That was a nice.
That was nuts.
Tigers, they just played like shit. And that was just an all around. I mean, as far as the pitching, as far as Screwball, I don't know what's going on with him. He is starting to pitch to contact more.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, but he was throwing like 0-2 meatballs. Like it was super weird. So not exactly sure what's going on with him there. Because that was the perfect bounce back spot. I mean,
it was
literally the perfect bounce back spot. But that is why we did come on and say yesterday, to not go crazy, because stuff just like that happens. But yeah, man, how did you do?
Not a great day for me. Tigers was my play of the day, -1.5, so that losing was not great for me. We hit the Blue Jays, which was a big win, but very big dog day in all the games I picked, unless you had a big dog in that one. So bounce back day coming today. Wasn't my best day yesterday, but we've had a decent week. Let's build off that and have a huge weekend incoming. JD, we have a massive slate today, but before we do, we've had a ton of comments. Let's say hi to everyone who's here. Stetsy Boy is here. What's up, brother? J-Bo's here as always. Patty is here. Had another dog win yesterday. Good job, Patty. Keep going with that. Our guy Benjamin is here. What's up, Benjamin? And Thomas is here as well. Let's keep cashing, everybody. Patty, gonna be honest with you, brother. I don't care what anyone else picks. It'll never matter to me. I do my own picks. Whatever you're on, I wish you luck. But my picks are always going to be my picks. They're not based on what anybody else does. All right, JD. We have a beautiful slate today. We got a ton of games. You ready to dive into some of the action? J-Bo, you haven't given us any games yet, brother. Where you at? We only got 4 scheduled. And without you putting them in there, that's all we got. So let's get into it. First game of the day, guys, is going to be JD's Milwaukee Brewers going to Cincinnati and taking on the Reds. Pitching for the Brewers, we have no fucking idea. It is still undecided. Have not been able to find a starter for this game yet. But pitching for the Reds is Nick Martinez. Nick Martinez is 10-9 on the year with a 4.5 ERA and a 1.2 whip. All that being said, JD, do you even care who's pitching for the Brewers tonight?
Nope. This is the whole handicap of this game. And I don't care because the Brewers were off. They were off on Thursday. So the bullpen is ready to go. To me, it doesn't matter what they do. If they want to do kind of a bullpen or maybe like somebody, pitch like 3 to 4, and then the bullpen come in. To me, it doesn't matter really what they do. You can get them at actually -135 currently. So that's why at that price, I just don't. I mean, like the price. I mean, if I didn't know anything and they were a minus like 200, then no, like I would wait, like to try to figure out like how to play that. But at this price, with the streak they're on, with how much money that they've made us, I like really don't care. I feel like this price is, if anything, is only going to go up. I just don't see it coming down. If it does come down, I don't care because this has happened in a ton of these games. Yep. Where I just don't understand. I don't understand how the Brewers are not so overpriced
Yep.
Because they should be, but they're just not. They just haven't been through this entire run, and I just don't understand that. But yeah, I mean, as far as for the Reds, as far as Martinez goes, I mean, actually, he's been pitching well.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is like not a fate of him like whatsoever because he's been pitching well, but this Brewers offense has just been that much better though. They've been scoring runs, they've been scoring bunches of runs, and it's been every game. So as far as this like offense goes, I just think that actually they can back up whoever they throw out there. I have seen Hall. That there is a name that I've seen that actually could start.
I hope not. I hope not.
But like I said, there's nothing actually like official yet that I know of. So yeah.
One thing that scares me, JD, and what's your opinion on this? So Nick Martinez, in the last 10 games that he started, the Reds have won 9 of them. Yep. He doesn't have a great ERA, especially at home. He's got a 4.5 ERA, but they've won 9 of the last 10 games that he has been the starter on the bump. Does that give you any hesitation? Because this Reds team is really only a team you can bet at home. They're at home. The Brewers are only 10 games above 500 on the road, and I know saying they're only 10 games above 500 is crazy, but they are 32 games above 500 on the year. So yeah, with those numbers, they are significantly a better home team than they are a road team. However, I feel like you have to keep riding the Brewers, JD. You just have to. They've been too good. They're coming off a day off. They're fully rested. They're ready to go. And you can't jump off the wagon now. If they've been cashing for you and they keep making you money, I would take it early. What is the current line on this game? Yeah, minus 135, JD. You nailed it. I would take it now. I think the line will get a lot bigger when the Brewers announce whoever's going to be in there. And I do think the Brewers continue to win ball games. Until they show me they can't, I'm going to keep backing them. So, JD, I'm with you 1,000%. Let's take the Brewers and let's cash another Brewers game tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
But just kind of like you were saying there, like, would it, like, worry me or would I put a little more thought into it if this was just a random Friday night game? Yeah. Yes,
absolutely.
I actually definitely would. But everybody knows we've been on the Brewers. Like, we've been on them not just recently. Like, we've been on them for a long weeks now.
Yep.
They've made us so much money, and everybody knows, if you know me, how I bet. I'm not betting them until they lose 2 games in a row. I'm just not doing it. So I'm going to be on them on the money line or on the run line or either on their team total over, because that is also on a crazy run.
Yep.
So as far as tonight's game, there may be another way to actually go.
Well, let's take a look at that team total. Let me pull that up here. Would you potentially like that more if it's at a low number? So the team total currently is at a 4.5 minus 125.
I mean, like, yeah, like I like that. I mean, see, I love that because of the ballpark, but Nick Martinez has been pitching so well, just like we said.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is one where, as far as the money line, I have already personally bet it. Clients have this play. That's just what I'm going to, like, roll with. So
yeah, I'm with you too. I think the right way to put it, JD, is we've said it on the show, fake sharp. They keep hitting. Bet them on the money line. Don't get all fancy schmancy. Don't be looking at the team total. When they're winning games at this clip, just take them to win games. If it's under a minus 150, just take it to win games. So that's to win the game right now. So that's exactly how I'm going to play it. I'm going to take the Brewers money line. Why do Gerald's comments never come at the bottom here? It's so odd. It comes in at like 2:30 in the morning above all our other comments. Just a little transparency here. Yes, we went over this in the intro, Gerald. Not a great day yesterday. The Tigers kind of screwed us. I had them. I know JD had them. You can go back. We did do our recap. Not a great day, but we are bouncing back today. Still been a good week for the boys.
Yeah, all right, it tells me that his comment was at
2:30 in the morning. I don't know if maybe Gerald's in a different location and like there's something with the time, because that happened yesterday with someone else. It's curious to see why that comment. Everyone else's comes in like at 12:08 p.m. Eastern, 12:09 p.m. Eastern, and then Gerald's comes in new at 2:34 in the morning. So we don't always see those. So we apologize. I have to kind of stare at it shows up on like the mini thing that you guys see on the screen, the comments that we put on the stage here, but we can't see it in our side unless we see it there. So if we ever miss anything, guys, that's the reason why. We promise. We answer every question, every comment. You guys put something in there, we're going to talk about it. So we're not ignoring you. Just odd that sometimes a couple of your comments do not show up at the bottom when we're going through it. But JD, that's enough about that. The people want more plays. You ready to dive into the second game of the day?
Let's do it.
Let's get it, brother. Next game we're breaking down today is going to be the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays. Pitching for the Rangers is Jacob deGrom. He's 10-5 on the year with a 2.86 ERA and a 0.95 WHIP. On the other side is Chris Bassett, 11-6 on the year with a 4.17 ERA. Blue Jays got a big win for me yesterday. Really needed them to get that done with the way the rest of the card played out, and they were able to do a nice comeback late in the game. JD, the Rangers have their guy deGrom on the bump, and they win when he's pitching on the bump. They're 10-5, or he's 10-5 on the year, and like I said, a sub-3 ERA and a sub-1 WHIP. A lot said there. You've been very high on this Rangers team. What do you like in this matchup?
Yeah, man, this Rangers team, just as far as just as like a whole currently is, their offense seems to be doing well on the road, but it seems like at like home, their offense just can't get going for like some reason. And I mean, like, and I definitely know that ballpark is definitely not an actual like hitter friendly park. So I mean, like that has something to do with it. But yeah, they just can't keep it or actually get it going on the road. And actually they were just on a homestand. So that's why their current, form does not look good.
Absolutely.
As far as like you said, they do have their guy on the mound tonight. Gosh, he just has not looked like himself though. Mm-hmm. He just keeps giving up runs, and it's kind of weird to see. I was really thinking that his last start, who was that against? It was versus the Phillies. I mean, as far as his past few games, I mean, like they like have been tough games.
Yep.
He faced the Phillies, he faced the Mariners, and faced the Angels, and that was on the road. But I mean, like he's been giving up hits and giving up earned runs. I mean, like it's just as simple as like that. To me, this game I found very interesting because you have him on one side, and then you have Chris Bassett on the other side, and you have a total of 7.5 runs here. And to me, this is priced that total is set to where these guys are just pitching lights out.
Yep.
And neither one of them is. Because as far as Bassett goes, I've been saying it for a month. I've been trying to fade him whenever I can. And now we got the Rangers on the road here. And I think as far as Bassett, that actually they will be able to actually hit him. Not sure what that noise just was.
Was it something on my end? I didn't hear anything.
Oh yeah. I guess it was just me. Anyway, yeah. And then as far as the Blue Jays have been playing great at home. We always talk about how they're such a great home team. And guess what? Their games at home tend to go over. They've actually been an over team. At home on the year, they're 33-25 to the over. I just think that this total's too low. This is one of my favorite plays of the day, and that's the over 7.5 runs. And you can get that at very low juice too. I believe you can get it at most places at actually minus 105.
Yep, it's juiced on the under there. I'm going to be on the Blue Jays in this spot, guys. You know I bet the Blue Jays at home. They have been the best home team, and not only have they been the best home team, they have the best home pitcher in baseball. That's the guy pitching today, Chris Bassett. He's 8-0 on the year at home, guys. He has not taken a loss this year at home. JD, I agree with you. I do think we will see some runs in this game, but I'm going to continue to back this Blue Jays team at home. They've done us well all year long. They won us a big game yesterday. I know deGrom's on the bump for the Rangers. That makes him a little scary, but he's not the same pitcher on the road. He has an ERA of a 2.8 on the year and a 3.75 on the road here. So his road ERA is a full run higher. The Blue Jays win when Chris Bassett's on the bump at home, and I'm absolutely going to be taking them yet again. So give me the Rangers on the money line. Think they will have a big win today. It is a VIP play and a best bet for me as well. Quickly to the comments, a couple questions here I do want to answer. We have one from Cannibal, who's asking about this hat that I wear all the time. Cannibal, do you know a capper on Twitter whose name is Slam the Bookie? He used to be very active on Twitter. He's not as active as he used to be. He started his own clothing brand. It's called Nersha, and on every show and all different kinds of videos I do, I only wear his products. I only wear his hats because he's a good friend of mine. So this is his company. If you ever see anything with a Nersha brand or something like that, or any hat that I wear, normally it's going to be because it's my buddy's company, and I like to show him some support. Over to a couple other comments. A. Russo is asking if we do like the over. JD, you could answer this one.
Yes, I absolutely. I don't just like it. I absolutely love it. So
That's why I did have to go to you first on that. Yeah, I think the over hits as well, but I do like the Blue Jays on the money line a little bit more. Brucey has dropped in and dropped his prop of the day, Wheeler over 7.5 Ks. Love it, Brucey. Let's see you cash another one of your show plays.
That's a game that I almost put actually on here.
We're going to be covering it because J-Bo put it in the comments.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna wait to talk about that then, because that play, I have some things to actually say about that.
Cool. Well, we will definitely get in that game. It'll be the 5th game that we cover. So that was the first 2. We have 2 more, then we'll dive right into that. Well, JD, you ready to dive into our next game of the day?
Let's do it.
Let's get it, brother. 2 teams that I can't stand right now. The Seattle Mariners going to New York and taking on the Mets. Pitching for your Seattle Mariners is Luis Castillo. Castillo's 8-6 with a 3.19 ERA, while Sean Manaea is pitching for the Mets. He's 1-1 with a 4.33 ERA. Mariners coming in, losing 2 straight at Baltimore, while the Mets have lost every game imaginable for the last year and a half, it feels like. They are losers of what? 14 out of 16, something crazy. They've just absolutely been a no-play team, but they're favored at home again. Somehow, JD, they still have a good home record on the year. They're 39-23 at home. They have a terrible road record this year. They're 64-57 on the year, and they are 39-20 at home. 16 games above 500 at home, and only 7 games above 500 on the year. That means they're 9 games below 500 on the road. Mariners, similar story, 67-55 on the year, but they are only 30-30 on the road. All that being said, JD, do you have the balls to take a play in this game?
I haven't bet anything yet. This is one that I wanted to talk out first. As far as the Mets, we talked about them the past couple of days, and we said those last 2 games were 2 games that they had to win. They had such an edge in both games that those were 2 games that they just had to win, and they somehow lost them both.
Yeah.
They've won 1 game out of their past 10.
And their new hot shot reliever, who I keep wanting to call Jason Isringhausen, shows you how old I am. That is not his name. It is Helsley. But Helsley blew another one out of the fucking pen. They had the lead in both those games, JD.
Yeah.
They comfortably in one of them. 2 of them.
And Alpha muted himself again.
I hit the thing again. I keep doing that when I get too excited. I keep smacking the edge of my computer and unplugs the microphone. So I apologize about that. But yeah, this Mets team is infuriating. They're infuriating. There's no other word to say about this Mets team. What are they? The 2nd highest payroll in baseball?
Yep.
And they have what? The 2nd worst pitching staff in baseball? This team is beyond frustrating. Beyond frustrating.
Yeah. As far as this game here, I mean, the Mariners, yes, they have dropped their past 2 games to the O's, which didn't really see that coming. But I mean, they're still in actually like they're like past 10 games. They're still 8-2. They're like still going along fine. Yes, Thomas, definitely shout out to the chat.
It's always shout out to the chat.
Always. As far as the Mariners, they have Luis Castillo on the mound. And, as far as his advanced numbers throughout this year, I've been, trying to find spots to like fade him. I just think he's pitching better than what his numbers really show. Saying that, his past few starts have all been good, man. It was against who was it? The Rays, the Rangers, and the A's. They were all good quality starts there. Then for the Mets, they have a guy that we've talked about a little bit because he hasn't made that many starts. How many starts has Manaea made now? Was it 5? 5.
I'm sorry, 6.
He has made 6.
And they've lost 5 of them.
Yep. As far as his actual ERA is pretty high, but it's really weird because his WHIP is actually pretty low.
It's the weirdest pitching stats you could literally imagine right now. It's so odd.
But his past couple games, he has definitely gotten touched up there. I just don't trust him. I don't trust the Mets bullpen. I just don't trust the Mets. Um, I'm trying to figure out why I'm not on the Mariners here. Would you like to tell me why I'm not?
Yeah, did you see their last two games?
Well, I mean, like, besides that fact.
I mean, that would be the fact that I would think here. I mean, they've just been so bad. They've been really hard to watch. I mean, besides those last two games, I guess they've been playing decent ball. But if you've backed the Mariners the last 2 days, like I have, they're doing everything wrong. It's not just that they're losing baseball games. They literally let up a double steal for a run with 2 outs yesterday. I haven't seen that in years from any level team. I tweeted out, what's the next thing they're going to do? Do the hidden ball trick? It just, they're not playing fundamental baseball right now. It looks like their focus is elsewhere, which is a bit odd. Maybe it was just for the last two games, but I was on them for the last two games. Watched the entirety of both of the last two games. And JD, I can confidently tell you, there ain't a shot in hell I'm backing this Mariners team till at least middle of next week. I have to see them play a lot better because they were absolutely terrible over these last two games. What reasons do you have?
I'm just looking at it more from a fact as far as the number, as far as them being the underdog here, and looking at more of the whole season, or not even the whole season, but just the past like couple months. When you're just looking at it from that, and as far as the number that they're getting here, but just like you're saying, yes, the past couple games they have not looked good. There's some games. I have some plays today. I'm actually in baseball. My volume's actually really low, but the plays are big. There's some plays that I just really like. So I think I'm going to keep games like this off of the card just because I'm just going to stick to those big plays.
Yeah, no play for me in this game, guys. This is the battle of the two ice colds, in my opinion. I know it's only 2 games for the Mariners, but they were as cold as you could be over the last 2 games. And this Mets team, do I need to say anything about this Mets team? If you've watched any baseball or if you've even turned on ESPN over the last, 2-3 weeks, you know how bad this Mets team has been. So right now, I think they're unplayable. I don't think you could bet them in any capacity. And the Mariners, after seeing what they've done the last couple of days, no shot in hell I'm betting them either. So, JD, let's move right along to our final pre-scheduled game, but we have a couple more we're going to be breaking down. For this one, this one's an interesting one for me. The New York Yankees are going to St. Louis and taking on the Cardinals. JD, the Cardinals just got rocked by the Rockies in 2 of the 3 games. And I mean rocked. 3-0, 6-5, but they were up in the 9th inning. They blew a save, and then the other game they got shut out. They were not good baseball games to watch if you're a Cardinals fan or a Cardinals backer. But let's move to this game. Pitching for the New York Yankees is Luis Gil. Luis Gil is 0-1 with a 7.27 ERA and a 1.85 whip. Let's be fair. He's only pitched in 8 innings. This is a guy who's the reigning American League Rookie of the Year. So he has some good stuff. However, he had one really bad start this year. That was against the Marlins in his first start of the year where he gave up 5 earned on 6 hits and 4 walks. The second game he pitched, the Yankees won 5-4 over the Astros. He pitched a good game. He went 5 1/3. He only allowed 2 runs in that one. He had 7 Ks. But his numbers are very skewed from that first outing. The Cardinals have Andre Pallante. Pallante is 6-9 with a 4.95 ERA. The Yankees are in playable range here, JD. Do you think it's worth a shot taking on him today? Or do you think maybe a Cardinals play or maybe a total? What do you got?
Definitely ready to hear what actually you have to say about this one. Because right now, for me, these are 2 teams that I just don't really want to back.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I am. But the Cardinals are especially a team that I do not want to back. They're actually one of those teams where actually, like we talked about, as far as the rest of the season, they're not really a team that I'm looking to back. They're more a team that I'm looking for those spots
to fade. Yep.
So that's where I am here. As far as the Yankees, with actually Luis on the mound here, I just don't know if I can actually lay a price with them here. I mean, yes, it is a playable range, but hang on, let me see what my number is for this game real quick.
Because Luis is good. Luis Hill is one of the Yankees' better pitchers. Yet again, guys, he's only pitched in 8 innings this year, so I know people see that 7.3 ERA, 1.85 WHIP. Oh my God, he's terrible. He's a must fade. He's the reigning AL Rookie of the Year guy. The guy could pitch, but he was hurt, and it takes a little while to come back. So the first start was dog shit. There's no other way to put it. He got rocked and not really get many innings in, but his second start was significantly better. So it's a difficult read when you don't have a ton of sample size on a guy. You don't really know if he's fully back to his old self, right, JD?
Correct. And I have this priced at minus 143. So when you're looking at this, you could say, I mean, I have it priced about, where it is.
Yeah.
But you could definitely make the case, kind of actually like you were just saying, that this could be a really good buy low spot. Just like you're saying, the sample size is so low. So like I said, yeah, this could be a really, really good buy low spot. Or it couldn't be.
Yeah, I think the Yankees win this game, JD, but am I going to have this on my card? No. Would I bet the Cardinals after seeing what happened with the Rockies? No. But it's a tough one because I do want to bet the Yankees in the spot at the minus 133. I do think there's value there. I do think that's a good price, and I do think it's a buy low spot. However, the Yankees have been just as dog shit as the Mets. So it's difficult to back the Yankees right now. I know they had a couple wins against Minnesota. Congratulations. That's a minor league team. They still lost the last game with a much better pitcher on the bump. The Cardinals, cold team, lost the series to the Rockies, blew a game in the ninth. A lot of uncertainty in this one. I think there's a lot of better games on the board, so it's going to be a no play from me. But some of the next couple of games that we're talking about in the viewer requested games, I do have official plays. So, JD, you ready to dive into the Phillies game we promised the people?
Yes, sir.
Pitching in this game is Zach Wheeler versus Mackenzie Gore. It's the Phillies versus the Nationals. It's a pretty good pitching matchup. Zach Wheeler, 10-5, 2.68 ERA, 0.93 WHIP. Mackenzie Gore, 5-12 on the year with a 4.09 ERA and a 1.33 WHIP. His record is far worse than he's actually pitched this year. JD, all that being said, I know you want to talk about the Wheeler prop at 7.5 strikeouts and a couple things in this game. So what do you got?
Yeah, this game was very close to making my card. Very close. And that was going to be on the over here.
Really?
Because and I definitely lean, just actually like Thomas said, I actually lean to the Nats side here. As far as actually Wheeler goes in the past, this actual Nats lineup has actually hit him well. And actually, like, their actual power numbers against him are great. And then that brings me to as far as the Wheeler Ks. Wheeler's not right. Wheeler is not. You notice that he's been giving up some runs. He hasn't had any big blow up starts or anything, but he hasn't quite looked like himself.
Yep.
And actually, as far as his shoulder goes, he is having some type of issue there. Something does not feel right. So when somebody says that always scares me.
Yep.
That's just not a pitcher that I'm wanting to back because something's not feeling right, but they're still throwing him out there.
Yep.
And he's starting to give up runs. As far as his fastball, it's just not the same speed. It is starting to tick down.
Yep.
These are all just signs of somebody that I just don't want to back. So the price kind of shows that, because you would think the Phillies here would be a huge fave. Because Gore, yes, at the start of the season, he is somebody that we liked to back. As the season has gone on, he's just gotten worse. And his past few starts, I mean, they've been bad. I think his last start wasn't bad. Who did he play? I don't have it pulled up here. Gore, he pitched against the Giants, but that doesn't really mean much to me. But I mean, the start before that was versus the A's. He gave up 12 hits and 8 earned. Before that, he played against the Astros and gave up 8 hits and 6 earned. And he's not giving up walks. He's just straight up giving up hits. So, to me, that's why I really am kind of like an over here. It was 7.5, and I did miss that. It has gone up to 8. And for me, at 8, everything still tells me to bet it here. But in my head, the difference between 7.5 and 8 is so big.
It
When
is.
you're asking me to get 8 runs to win the bet compared to 9 runs to win the bet, that's a big change.
Absolutely.
So that's why this has not made my card. But if I had to make a bet, it would definitely be on the over. And actually, like as far as a dog play, I don't mind the Nats. Maybe it's so tough because just as far as their bullpen, I just hate their like bullpens so much.
Mackenzie Gore's also been getting rocked. I mean, last start he won.
Yeah.
They won. They beat the Giants. So if you're an underdog against the Giants, expect that you're going to win that game. But before that, losers of 4 straight games. The game before that, he had 0 strikeouts, 12 hits allowed, 8 runs allowed. Game before that, he only had 4 strikeouts compared to 8 hits allowed, 6 earned, a walk and 2 homers. Mackenzie Gore's starting to regress a little bit. But to be honest, he's young. He hasn't pitched a ton of innings in his career. He's 26 years old. We talk about this on the show all the time. Some of these guys that get into some big spots later in the season, if they're younger, start to kind of tail off a bit because they're not used to pitching that many innings. You'll see a lot of teams when you hit the postseason use some of their big name pitchers that you saw all year, some of these younger guys be dominant, and they shift them to the bullpen because they're not used to throwing that many innings. I do lean the Nationals actually in the spot to get the outright win, but I do like the over a lot more. I was looking at the over as well, JD, at 8. It's juiced on the under, and that's exactly what I'm playing is over 8. You put it perfectly. Wheeler, there's something wrong with Wheeler. There's something going on. He's not his normal self. He doesn't look like the potential Cy Young candidate that he is and has been for the last couple of years. And for Mackenzie Gore, everything's been downhill since, I don't know, a month ago. So I expect that trend to continue with Gore. I expect the Phillies to get some runs. I also expect the Nats to get some runs off Wheeler. So let's see a high-scoring game, and let's cash the over here, JD. All right.
And something else, just super quick. As far as Gore, I'm actually looking back, and the same thing happened to him last year, where the first half of the season, he was great. And then as he got later in the year, he started to get worse. So just as the year goes on, so this may be something as far as like next year, something we kind of want to look at to see as far as actually like the innings, if that to just kind of dive in more and just see at actually what point he tends to start to actually like trend down.
Monzi question here. How do we feel about alt game totals? Toronto over 5.5 and Phillies over 5.5 minus 101.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like the odds you get that at minus 101. I think both of those are going to hit. So I think that's a good way to approach it. Monzi, I think you might have a good winner there. JD?
I was about to say, I do know as far as a lot of books, you actually can't do that. But if you have DraftKings and FanDuel, those you can. So yeah, like I definitely do not mind that because I think that both of those definitely get to 6 runs.
Yeah, I would agree there. Well, let's go up to the next game that someone has requested here. I believe it was Benjamin. Yeah, let me click back. It was Benjamin. We appreciate you, Benjamin. We got the Dodgers. We got the Padres. We don't know who the starting pitcher is going to be for the Padres. As of now, I see
Randy
TBD.
Vasquez.
Is it going to be Randy?
Randy Vasquez.
Well, guess what, JD?
Himself.
Guess what?
Wow.
I'm on the Randy train then, baby, because I'm on the Padres no matter who is starting in this one. I know Randy could be a little scary. The Dodgers have lost 4 straight. Pitching for the Dodgers is going to be Clayton Kershaw. What team has seen Clayton Kershaw more than the San Diego Padres, JD? What team is hot right now? The San Diego Padres, JD. How many have they won in a row? That would be 5. They have won 5. What team is in first in the NL West right now? That would be the Padres. What team is in second? That would be the Dodgers. The team before the season, all of you, all of us, all of everyone, said was going to be one of the best teams in MLB history. We may see a record at the end of the year with 130 wins and 32 losses for this Dodgers team, I was told. Well, that's why they play the game, and it's not all based on what happens on paper. JD, the Padres are a big dog here, a plus 160 when they've been playing the better baseball right now. I know Kershaw's on the bump. Does Kershaw scare you when he's on the bump anymore? I personally am not afraid of Kershaw when I bet against him. What do you like in this game? The Padres are a play for me. They have made my VIP card at a plus 160 on the money line.
Yeah, man. This one, I wanted to play the Padres so bad here. Because just like you said, one of them is playing very well. The other team is not playing well. Big difference here as far as the Dodgers bullpen. Just haven't been able to trust them whatsoever. And the Padres bullpen is just absolutely lights out.
Yep.
But for me, this was the literal only guy they could throw out there where I was not going to back him.
I get it.
You've watched me this whole entire season, and sometimes it has not worked out for me, but I think Randy Vasquez just plain sucks. He has made me eat those words a few times, but, he was sent down, like for an actual, like, reason. Let me pull up his numbers here.
Jabo's also putting here that the Padres plus 1.5 is minus 130 / minus 135. Don't like that. The whole point of playing this is because you're getting the plus 160.
I was about to say, don't turn your dog and turn it in an extra favorite.
Yeah. Don't pay a minus price on Randy Vasquez.
Yeah, Randy's numbers, man, his actual like underlying numbers are so bad. With all saying that, at this price, that's the only way I could play it. What is our total sitting at now?
Give me 1 second here. Total's at 9.5, juiced on the under.
That total set about right too. I was about to say it's maybe an over game, but that total is honestly sitting right.
Right where it should be.
Yeah,
right
where it should be. I really don't see an edge there either. This would definitely be a Padres or pass for me. It's like gonna pass. So
yeah, I'm gonna take the Padres, guys. It is gonna be an official play for me. All right, JD. Patty likes the Padres, except he's a little nervous about it. I understand that. All right, JD, you ready to dive into a little best bets for today, Friday, August 15th? Let's do it, brother. Best bets for today, Friday, August 15th. I'm going to repeat myself. JD, what do you got today?
Man, I'm going to give everybody one, the one that I like the most, and that is that Rangers and Blue Jays over 7.5 runs. For me, that actually is a 4-unit play.
There we go. I only got 2 for the people today, JD. I got the Blue Jays on the money line at minus 105 and the Brewers at the money line at minus 135. JD, it's been great having you back post-vacation. It's great to be back on the air with you as always. It's been a great week. We'll be back as we always are on Monday. But JD, give me final words for the people before we get the fuck out of here today.
Yes, guys, I have a max play going. It starts at 3 o'clock Eastern. This is a tennis play. In my last 20 max plays, I am 16-4. So extremely hot. These are hitting at a very high level. So I hope that everybody joins us there. The links are down below, or either on X. They're actually on a post there. So hope everybody joins us. But yeah, hope everybody has a great Friday. Hope everybody has a great weekend. We will see you back Monday, and let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win, JD. We'll see you guys on Monday. Same time, same place. Peace out, everybody.